All right, let's dive into the Cosmic Weather Report for February 2nd. What kind of energy is the universe sending our way today? We're going to explore the fantastic insights of astrologer Elith Uz to figure it all out.
So what's really in store for us? Well, turns out February 2nd is kind of complicated. The forecast is pointing to a day that's full of dynamic and maybe even some contradictory energies. Let's unpack what that actually means for you.
The big theme for the day is this really fascinating mix of high energy and the potential for a little bit of conflict. You can almost think of it as a cosmic push and pull. And honestly, understanding this dynamic is the absolute key to making the day work for you.
So first things first, the good news. The moon is cruising through the bold and vibrant sign of Leo. This is fantastic for our overall mood. It means we're probably going to feel more energetic, more drawn to fun, and just generally more optimistic. It's a really powerful vibe for creativity and just being yourself. But, and here's where it gets interesting, this is where the core tension of the day really shows up. While that Leo moon is pumping us full of all this great positive energy, there's a tricky opposition happening between Venus and Mercury that's stirring the pot. See, Venus is all about our relationships and what we value, while Mercury is the planet of communication. When they're at odds like this, our words can really clash with our feelings, and that can create friction, especially around topics like love and money. So what does this all mean in the real world? This isn't about being scared or anything, it's just about being mindful. It's a heads up on the areas where we might hit a few speed bumps today. The source points out a few specific things to watch out for. We're told to be a little cautious with cosmetic shopping and to really think before we speak so we don't cause any misunderstandings. It's also probably a good idea to just press pause on any sudden financial decisions, especially if they're about our hobbies. You know, even signing important papers might be something to put off if you can.
Let's just zoom in on that cosmetic shopping warning for a second. The astrological energy today could really tempt you to splurge, and that could lead to that classic feeling of buyer's remorse. You know, when you get home and realize you paid way too much or it wasn't what you really wanted. So, the advice? It's probably smart to just wait a day or two on that purchase.
Now, beyond all the practical stuff, today's energy has a really big emotional side to it. It's basically calling on us to look inward and just manage our feelings with a little bit of extra care.
One of the main emotional landmines to watch out for today is jealousy. The source is pretty clear that these feelings could just pop up, seemingly out of nowhere. You might feel it yourself, or you could suddenly find that you're on the receiving end of someone else's envious vibes.
And this all leads to a really crucial piece of wisdom from the source. Let's not be prisoners of our emotions. Now, the advice here isn't to push your feelings down, not at all. It's about noticing them, observing them, without letting them take the driver's seat. Acknowledge that flicker of jealousy or frustration, but then choose not to let it control what you do next.
Okay, so how do we take all of this information and turn it into a solid game plan for the day? What are the wise steps we can take?
It really boils down to 3 simple things. First, embrace that awesome, creative, joyful energy from the moon in Leo. Lean into it. Second, communicate with care. Just take that extra breath before you speak. And third, manage your emotions by being self-aware. Notice those tricky feelings when they pop up, but choose to respond consciously instead of just reacting impulsively.
So the final question is really for you. Now that you know all about this cosmic push and pull between enthusiasm and conflict, how are you going to consciously choose to use this energy in a wise way today?
And just as a reminder, all of this fantastic insight comes directly from the work of astrologer Elith Uz. I really hope this cosmic forecast helps you navigate the day ahead with a bit more wisdom and a lot of peace. Thanks so much for joining me.